أنا لها. I can handle it. I can. And he's going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that situation of anger, prostrating under the arsh, under the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving everyone how great and appreciated is Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Muhammad, irfa' ra'sak. Muhammad, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Stand up. وَسَلْ تُعْطَى. Ask. You will be given. وَاشْفَعْ تُشَفَّعْ. Intercede. You will be given the intercession. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will not start humanity. He will say, Ummati, Ummati. Ya Allah, my ummah. Ya Allah, my ummah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Youth, youth, youth. That's the core of the strength of this ummah. Don't forget that you are now building that core. And that's one of the righteous intention for a brother or a sister while getting married. It's not just to satisfy our desire. It's to build the ummah. It's to bring to this ummah guys similar to Khalid radiallahu anhu. Have it as a goal. Wallahi, if you will make it sincerely, and you cannot achieve what you have dreamed of, you will be given the reward for the same intention. Ya Allah, I have called it. What's the benefit to call him Umar and to have him completely against the character of Umar? What's the benefit? If he is Umar in name, and later on we'll see him on the TV having a ring, singing. Oh, he's Mr. Umar. Good. And then, oh, mashallah, I have called him Umar. What's the benefit to have her Aisha? وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. And by the end, we'll see her naked, doing here and there. Oh, I called her Aisha. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam made it very clear to everyone, even Fatima, even Safiya. Oh guys, oh my ummah, never ever make it this way for the other nations coming to their prophets, because every ummah, every group will be coming behind his leader. Never ever having you in that situation. Other ummah, other nations, other groups are coming with their deeds, being proud of their ibadah, being proud of their obedience to Allah. And you are going to come to me saying, we are Muhammad, Aisha, we are relatives. I have nothing to do with you. I have nothing to do with relationship. Oh Fatima, اعملي خيرا لا أغني عنك من الله شيئا. Fatima, do righteous deeds. Otherwise I'm going to be able to do nothing for you before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Safiya ta'ammata Muhammad. Oh Safiya, the aunt of Muhammad. Do righteous deeds. That's the tool I can use to intercede. Don't come and tell me like Abu Lahab, I'm your uncle. That's first level of relationship. What I can do with you. Don't come and tell me I have a good name. I have Muhammad. I'm Abdul Hamid. And then, have you acted the servant of Al Hamid? Have you acted like Muhammad? We have been loving naming our kids like the names of the companion. Good. And then, how you can move on from that? Is it Umar and that's it? Is it Aisha and that's it? Or is it Umar and you'd like to have him to have it under the name of one of the great companions of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or the name of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, or the name of the believers, and you don't have in your mind that I need to make sure that he will be imitating, that he will be even a small example. Because one day, as we used to do it with our kids, why you have called me my father Umar? Why you have called me Abu Bakr? And you will tell him, it's like Umar. Is it true? Are we calling Umar for somebody else? Is it true or not? When we are calling Abu Bakr, are we calling Abu Bakr for somebody else? Are we calling Uthman for somebody else? When we are calling Muhammad, why Muhammad has become almost the most commonly named worldwide, not only within the Muslim Ummah. For what? With that, regardless the nationality. It's either Muhammad, Mamadou, whatever the country is. It's by the end, everyone has in his mind why you are calling him that way. That's the name of the Prophet. Is it correct? It's the way. And you are going to call him Muhammad, and you are not going to be able to tell him what are the attributes and characters of the person that you have called your name like him. What's the benefit? But not only that, it's making even the opposite effect. In the Western communities, whenever you are you are meeting with some of the Muslim names, Muhammad or Umar, and so on and so forth. And he's one of those who are just emulating the kufr, the attributes of the disbelievers, the actions of the disbelievers, the way of their hair, the way of their action, the way of their movement. It's not only a shame, it's making the completely opposite image. Because at that time, they will never say that this guy is bad. They are saying, Muhammad is bad. See? Muhammad. Because there, they have profiled the Muslim communities. You are Muhammadani, you are Muhammadis, you are what? Muhammad means, for them, maybe terrorist, maybe extremist, maybe, but for others, Muhammad means a committed and practicing Muslim. And we mentioned that before. Some of those who want to even get out of that hole, oh, I'm going to call myself Mo. And by the end you will discover that Mo is Muhammad. Mo is Muhammad. And Ed is Ahmed. But he didn't want to be profiled as a practicing Muslim. He want to be like them. Fine. Here is the glad tidings from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whomever you love, those are the one you will come with in the day of judgment. Man ahabba qawmin hushira ma'ahum. You love them, you will come with them. You love them, you come with them. You don't like being meme, ha, meme dan, and you need to have something else, you will come with the attributes and characteristics of the something else. We stopped, alhamdulillah, almost with we finished the story for the youth. And we stopped, I think, by لأقرب من هذا رشدا. We have ended the last session with the interpretation. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has moved with Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We need to have the whole picture we have discussed from day one. Why was the chapter? How it did come to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did reveal وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا أَن يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ وَاذْكُرْ رَبَّكَ إِذَا نَسِيتَ وَقُلْ عَسَى أَن يَهْدِيَنِي رَبِّي لِأَقْرَبَ مِنْ هَذَا رَشَدًا. How the disbelievers were taken as a challenge. And they know that he is the prophet. And Allah has given them the evidences in their hand. You have the questions that answer except a prophet, not only a prophet. In their books that no one can answer but the last prophet. Because some of the questions they have in their books they used not to share with the public. And that was the way of the children of Israel. Here, alhamdulillah, everyone has the same Quran. You can share your knowledge based on your knowledge with everyone. The scholars will never even hide because they will be sinful. You cannot hide the knowledge. But that was not the way of the monks with the children of Israel. They used to give the public like what's called like some, and the rest, the depth of the book, it used to be left only for them, for the leaders. So it's not because of like making sure it will be protected. No. Because of making sure that whenever we need to change it, switch it, manipulate it, we can do it and no one can tell us, no, that's not the origin. Because no one knows what's the origin. But that's not the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's going to be years and years and years and years. Tens of nationalities, tens of countries, everywhere. Some people cannot even say a single Arabic word. And you will tell him, are you memorizing the Quran? And he will say yes. And he will get you the same Quran that the guy from the East and West will recite. And it cannot change. They cannot come back and let me switch, let me change. That's the way they did it. Oh, we wanna wave one of the guys who need to just like to stone till death because of his sin, because of zina, adultery, or so. Oh, let's change it. And no one knows what's the origin. And they used to come to the Prophet ﷺ to use him as the jury. Ya Rasulullah, the children of Israel are saying that the punishment for the adultery from a man or a woman who used to be married is just to put him either in jail or to lash him. And the Prophet said, no. They are saying, Ya Rasulullah, that's what our leader told us. He said, no, call them. And he called them and he said, Billahi alaykum. I want you to swear by Allah. What do you have in your books about the punishment of that sin? Silent, silent, silent. And one of them, he said, Ya Rasulullah, I cannot keep hiding anymore. It's stoning till death. Whenever they want to change, they are going to remove it and make it with their own hands. Can you do the same in the Quran? Can you go to one of the pages, oh my wife, I want to make you happy, I'm going to change that, just let me just, I'm going to use the whiter, and I'm going to make it just like, don't worry about just like the man has double the share of the woman, I'm going to make it equal. That's the way they used to do it. Allah says they are writing the book with their own hands and saying, هذا من عند الله وما هو من عند الله. They're saying, that's what Allah revealed. Because no one knows what's the origin. وما هو من عند الله. And Allah kept cursing them. Allah kept cursing them. وَلَبِثُوا فِي كَهْفِهِمْ 300 سِنِينَ وَازْدَادُوا تِسْعَةً. And that was the last verse that Allah ended that story with. This youth has spent 309 years in their cave. وَلَبِثُوا فِي كَهْفِهِمْ 300 سِنِينَ وَازْدَادُوا تِسْعَةً قُلِ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا لَبِثُوا. Tell them that Allah only knows how long they have spent in that cave, in that place. And it's not the matter of number of years. It's the matter of the lesson or the reminder. And it's not the matter of number of years. It's the matter of the lesson or the reminder behind it. The whole deal is, as we mentioned last session, it is to understand and have a faith أن الساعة لا ريب فيها. Sleeping, it's like dying. While you are sleeping, it's called a minor death. It can be major if the soul will not come back. And it can be minor if it will come back. And it can come back after 6 hours. Somebody's going to oversleep for 8 hours. Some others will oversleep for 10, 15 hours. Some others will be very tired and they will say, I have slept the whole day. Is it correct? And some, Allah made them sleeping for 309 years. It's the same procedure. So no one will say, how Allah, أَنَّ يُحْيِي هَذِهِ اللَّهُ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. How Allah is going to return it back to life after death. What's wrong? He is the one who started the whole deal from nothing. As we said, he is not a manufacturer. He is a creator. He is the one who's bringing from nothing. He is the first, and nothing was with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قُلِ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا لَبِثُوا لَهُ غَيْبُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has the knowledge of the unseen, of the earth and heavens. لَهُ غَيْبُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَبْصِرْ بِهِ وَأَسْمِعْ. How great is Allah's hearing. How great is Allah's sight. That's the meaning of أَبْصِرْ بِهِ وَأَسْمِعْ. No one can be Sami' like Allah. And no one can be Basir like Allah. As the scholar used to say, He's the one who is hearing the footstep of that small ant under that solid stone in the dark night. Can we see? An ant under a stone, a solid stone, in the darkness of the night, and she has a footstep, an ant. Does the ant has footstep? Yes. Can you hear it? You know what's footstep of the ant? Allah can hear the footstep. يسمع دبيب النملة السوداء في الليلة الظلماء تحت الصخرة الصماء. Beneath that piece of stone, sometimes you are like using a nail in the wall to just like to hang one of your like scenes, views, whatever, and you are getting insects inside beneath the painting or the plastering, living, eating, drinking, intercoursing, a whole similar nation. Is it correct? How it works? Allah only knows. Allah says they are just a nation like you. Sea, fish, any creation that you might think of. It's the unseen knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no one can know it or realize it but Allah. لَهُ غَيْبُ السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَبْصِرْ بِهِ وَأَسْمِعْ. Those two particular attributes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is concentrating on them in many of the locations in the Quran, because some others who might not have that feeling, whenever Allah is saying Al-Muntaqim, He is revenging. Sometimes you personally, you might agree that Allah is Al-Muntaqim, but you might not have felt it personally unless you have the whole picture. Oh, what Allah did with Pharaoh, what Allah did with, what Allah did with. But you personally, for your daily actions, Allah is not dealing with you with that